It's the 11th day of June 2024, and we are delighted to be counted amongst the living. How are you today? Thank you so much for always waking up with ABS. My name is Nonya Nwokoye. You're welcome to Good Morning Anambra Show today. We begin with the press review. Good morning and welcome to the press review. On press review, as you know, is a time we take a look at some of our national dailies to see stories making their headlines and, of course, stories trending on ABS website for today. We've been joined by Sir Jerry Obudo, a public affairs analyst. You're welcome to the studio, sir.
Thanks for having me. Good morning, everybody.
Welcome. All right, let's begin. Let's see stories on ABS website. Anambra State Government commences rebuilding of destroyed primary school in Olumbanasa. Anambra State Government intensifies sensitization of HPV vaccines, or vaccination, sorry. Amobala community lauds Soludo on achievements. These are three stories trending on ABS website for now.
Yeah, we begin with the first one there.
All right.
Anambra State Government commences rebuilding of destroyed primary school in Olumbanasa. Yeah, is a good step in the right direction and a welcome development. Such things deserve some element of emergency, so that you bring back the situation to normal. And the students will not, have some difficulties and problems in tackling their educational pursuit. So I commend the state government for responding quickly to that, to put back the school to normality. Yeah, thank you.
All right, let's run the first paper for review. The Daily Times newspaper is the first paper we are looking at. In front of the paper, we have a banner headline there that reads, "Alleged abuse of women, children, substantiate your allegations. DHQ challenges AI." Says AFN is a professional military that operates within ambit of international law of armed conflict. Now, FAC, federal government states LG share 1.143 trillion naira for May. We can also see Tinubu firmly committed to youth empowerment. That's coming from the Vice President, Shetima. Minimum wage, tripartite committee submits reports to FG. Respect human rights, DIG charges police officers. Judgment enforcement, ECOWAS court dismisses Dasuki's suit against FG. Prioritize education, healthcare of insurgency survivors. Amnesty International tells the federal government. We move on to the Punch newspaper quickly. In front of the Punch, we have minimum wage. Labour insists on 250,000 naira. Awaits Tinubu's verdicts with a rider there. NLC president berates governor, says president will do the right thing. Now, FG Services dealt with $2.2 billion in 5 months. Report from the CBN. We have smuggled Nigeria petrol floods West African markets, sells 1,700 per liter. And we have riders there. Petrol hits 1,672 per liter in Benin. Cameroon, 2,062 naira. Liberia, 1,428, and Mali, 2,128. We also see 280,000 liters intercepted in Adamawa, Sokoto, Kebbi, Katsina, Borno, Taraba, Ogun. Now, Southwest Governors Forum insists on state police elect Sanwo-Olu chair. 2.7 billion naira fraud. Ex-director testifies against Sirika. Police foil American suicide attempt on Third Mainland Bridge. Okay, reps propose rotational presidency, 6 years single term. All right, quickly.
Yeah. So many things to talk about.
Yes, a lot of stories actually making their headlines in the two papers.
Yes, but let's begin with the Punch minimum wage. Labor insistence 250. West Tinubu's varied.
Okay.
My take on this is that the government have not actually, imbibed the components that will make the workers to demand less of salaries only. By this, I mean, if the government takes care of standard of living of the people, for instance, if there's shelter, low-income houses for workers, if they have car loans for workers, if they have cheap transportation, like you have in an advanced climb, rail system and all that, if you pay them less, they survive. But when all these things are on the high side, that's when they will demand for more money, and the money will be consumed by the market forces of the goods. So I want the government to look at that aspect. Then for now, I know that the labor will still come down a bit. The federal government needs to go up a bit. They did not price as if they are selling akara or ose in the market. At least let them say 100,000 naira. It's reasonable. From there, reasonable people will come and prevail on the level. But for this 62, 57 days, it's not reasonable at all.
Right.
And even with the windfall of the fuel subsidy removal, one cannot say that you cannot pay 150,000, 100,000 to workers, especially the governors. I don't know what they are talking about. It's very uncalled for and wicked that in this prevailing circumstance, governors are coming up to say that they won't pay 100,000.
Okay, let's now move to the next paper, which is the Vanguard newspaper. Let's see stories making their headlines in front of the Vanguard. 10th NAS, 24 senators have no bill in 1 year. We have riders there. 85 senators sponsor 279 bills. Bamidele leads with 23, Barao 17, Sani Musa 8, Sani Musa 8. Umahi sponsored 1 bill before accepting ministerial appointment. We can see reps propose single tenure of 6 years for president and governors. Tinubu replaces IGP Arase with Agungo as chairman, Police Service Commission. Okay, minimum wage, SGF receives tripartite committee report. Sanwo-Olu emerges chairman of Southwest Governors Forum. And other stories, Algon rejects 62,000 naira minimum wage. PDP membership, 25 lawmakers, Rivers government disagree. Okay, they disagree over court order. NDDC proposes 1.911 trillion naira as 2024 budget. Banks borrow 10.9 trillion naira from CBN in 1 month as deposits rise 120%. We move on to the next paper, which is the Daily Independent. In front of the Daily Independent, we have reps seek a single tenure of 6 years for president, governors, rotation of presidency among 6 geopolitical zones. PDP silent as court declares pro-Wike lawmakers members. With right there, court didn't say assemblymen are PDP members. Rivers AG speaking. Now on CSO petitions NJC over Rivers High Court judgment. Southwest governors adopt common agenda for regional prosperity. Southeast among highest in human trafficking coming from NAPTIP. Federal government states LG's share 1.143 trillion naira May 2024 revenue. Again, CBN reassures on safety of banks. Tinubu appoints ex-DIG Agongo chairman of PSC. Aircraft carrying Malawi's vice president missing. A lot of stories.
The one that is interesting is on the Independent.
Okay.
Six single.
Okay, it also appeared in Vanguard. Yes,
Vanguard,
yes, it was equally in Vanguard.
For president and governors. Now,
the question now is, the people currently on seats, are they, if actually this passes through, are they going to be amongst, or do we wait for another election when we elect new people? The implementation begins, or is it going to begin immediately? They pass the law.
That's what they will. The full thing about it will come out.
All right.
Yes, but some time ago, when the political reform committee was set up, and they went around the geopolitical zones, I also put up a memo on that, suggesting for this single tenure, because there's so much bickering, infighting, killings and maiming for this request of second tenure matter. The sitting president or the governor do everything to retain the power, and they use the paraphernalia of office, the state fund, to fight the outsiders. So I suggested a single tenure of that 6 years, so that once you get into office, you hit the ground running, know that you are not coming back after 6 years.
Why 6 years? Can't it be 4 years?
Yeah,
or 5 years?
Yeah, 4 years, you might say that it's not that, that's why they seek for second tenure. So 6 years, if you don't go, it will enable you to do whatever you are doing and, go. And, the question of where will it start? Now, equity and fairness demands that it will start from the southeast, because they have not produced any president in this country, particularly elected president. So if you start from the southeast, then you start rotating from other zones. So that's where they will look at. And when will it start? After the tenure of the current president, then it starts rotating. That's my take on that.
Okay, let's go on. On this day newspaper, we have other stories trending this morning. Labor's deadline for new wage expires today. LCCI calls for flexibility in negotiation, which riders there state urge FG to gradually phase out electricity subsidies in power sector, say money spent on inefficient costs. Lawmakers seek rotational presidency. We've seen that before. Southwest governors adopt common agenda for region's prosperity. And of course, FFAC disburses 1.143 trillion naira as Federation account grossed over 2.324 trillion naira in May. Then on The Nation newspaper, we have Southwest governors go into massive food production, with riders there. Region rejects Yoruba agitation. Okay, state police, Sanwo-Olu is chair. We have other stories there. Okay, alleged 423 billion naira fraud. EFCC raises team to probe El-Rufai. Others. Nigeria conducive for business, Edu tells multinationals. Okay, we also have Tinubu yet to get minimum wage tripartite committee report. CBN reaffirms financial stability of banks. All right, let's run. I don't know which of the stories. Okay, Southwest governors going to massive food production. With region reject. Okay, we've seen that before. Let's go. Which of the stories are we looking at right now?
That one is important. Southwest governors go into massive food production.
For food security?
Yes, for food security. You know, the prevailing food shortage.
And yesterday in the papers, you know, the experts are saying that people should expect more rise in prices of foodstuffs, according to farmers.
Yeah, why? Because they are no longer going to farm because of insecurity. It's either they are maimed, they are killed, they are raped, so they are afraid. So it substantially contributes to the food shortage and the high cost of the available ones. Coupled with the fact that the rise of the price of the fuel is not helping matters, because for them to bring out what they have to the market with the high cost of transportation, they add it up to the product, and that contributes to a high. So I commend the Southwest governors to go into massive production and urge especially the Southeastern governors to go into massive production too. But I don't know, you should read the history of Mike Opara, how he approached the agricultural. He has palm plantations, farm settlements and all that, and was able to feed almost the nation and export. So I want them to borrow a leaf on that.
All right. Now we move on. The Guardian newspaper. Let's see stories making their headlines in front of the Guardian. Now, piecemeal restructuring. Row as House revives single 6-year tenure bill after 4 failed attempts. Phase out electricity subsidy. 36 governors tell federal government. 4.8 million persons at risk of acute hunger in Northeast. Bandits shoot soldiers, kill several persons in Niger, Katsina. Power crisis deepens as Gencos receive 4.7% of invoiced amount. Embattled Rivers lawmakers remain in PDP court rules. Youth protest EFCC's raid on Ondo nightclub. Okay, other stories there. Labour insists on 250,000 naira as state governors earn 6.71 trillion naira in 1 year. All right, let's just take a look at the Guardian before the last paper we have here. Okay. Okay, I don't know which of the stories we are taking a look at right now. Bandits shoot soldiers, kill several persons in Niger and Katsina. Or is it embattled Rivers lawmakers remain in PDP court rules?
Well, the bandits and the soldiers. We have, as analysts, always called for the government to do to tag these bandits as terrorists. Don't baptize them with soft landing names like bandits and herdsmen and all that. If you tag them terrorists, then you have every international backing to deal with them, decisively, and get them off the state. Okay. They terrorize both civilians and also even the military, the police, and it's causing a lot of harm to the society.
All right, quickly, Daily Trust newspaper. That's the last paper we're looking at, but not the least. This morning, 30 reps advocate 6-year single term for president and governors. Hoodlums jump fence, steal Salaram in FCT council. Bandits kill 4 officers. Okay, we've seen that. Minimum wage, we won't accept 100,000 naira. That's coming from Labour. Ajero in Geneva says no strike for now. LG can't pay 62,000 naira. Algon speaking. suspense as tripartite committee submits report to Tinubu. Jay's Bank finances 10,000 hectare rice farm in Bauchi. Aircraft carrying Malawi vice president missing, search underway. Dangote's Sinotruck targets 60% local content with new plant. Okay, some stories here. Actually, I don't know what is going on in Africa now. The missing plane carrying vice president of Malawi. Recently, a president lost his life in a plane crash.
Yeah.
Actually.
Iran.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so unfortunate, but it's an accident, So, but, some of them could be attributed to man-made. Some of them can be a natural occurrence. By this, I mean the causative factor could be unfriendly weather. Sorry. Okay. Unfriendly weather, yes. And, you have no other thing than to succumb to the will of whatever. But for man-made, aspect, I urge the engineers that are charged with responsibility of taking over the maintenance and everything to be sure, doubly sure that the
aircraft in order.
State. Let us manage things. You can't manage a plane when it's on air. I remember in one of my trip to Israel, we were due to take off around 9 p.m. in the night. And we are set, everybody is set. The maintenance people and the engineer, after checking, they came to us and said, you guys can't travel, this plane developed a fault. So people like me, we thank the God and pray. Could you believe that some people stupidly said, we should have been in Israel by now? People like, talking rubbish. I say, look at this people. You won't be happy that this guy discovered this in our
All right, safety first,
yes.
Life first before any other thing. At this juncture, we'd like to appreciate you so much, Sir Jerry Obodo, for your time here this morning on television for Press Review. Thank you for coming.
It's been fun, and I hope the time will be extended.
All right, we could go on and on, but that's much time could allow us on the Press Review. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Nonye. Let's move on to other things on Good Morning Anambra Show.